allow you to be able to make the right decisions and go in the direction that you want to go in life, instead of you being subjected to the programming that is basically out here now, because they know you are not programming your subconscious. They're going to program it for you, which is why we have all been following the same exact thing. No matter what hood you go into, as I said, we're doing the same stuff. Plain and simple, we are all being programmed because we are not programming ourselves to basically, not pay attention to the programming, to understand the programming and see what it really is. So meditation is going to basically do that for you. It's going to help you really control the thoughts that's controlling you right now. And a lot of people don't realize that it's your thoughts, what you're letting in, what you don't have control over mentally, that is controlling your actions. A lot of people act off of what they think. If you think somebody's a certain way, you're going to treat them a certain way. You could be completely wrong. It's, he said, she said. He says something about this person that's completely a lie and wrong. So now you're treating this person a certain type of way, but you don't really know the truth because you never suck after the truth. If you don't seek the truth, you won't find it. Plain and simple. A lot of people are not seeking the truth. They are not actively controlling and training their subconscious to basically allow them to do what they want to do in life. So now you are basically operating off the programming. And you don't even know because you think it's you. You think it's you and what you think and how you feel when you have been programmed to feel that way. As I said before, a lot of the stuff that we do is programming. Talked about how a lot of people say, oh, you sound white because you sound educated, or you act white. And I always discuss this point because we got to understand that everything that we do, the way we talk, the way we walk, what we have was given to us. Plain and simple. This is European stuff. This is not who we are. We have been trained and programmed to act this way. It just so happens that white people and everybody else who came to America has, as well. So you can't really separate it. This black, culture that we think is ours is not us. It was given to us. If it was really ours for us, that's going to be something that uplift us and help us out, we wouldn't have it. They wouldn't let us have it. And that's something we got to understand. So I always try to branch that with hip hop culture because a lot of people got to understand that, it's not ours. It's not us. And all of this goes back into, programming your consciousness, what you're going to be doing, how you're going to basically end up. And it all eventually leads back to reincarnation. Plain and simple. If you're not putting yourself in a position to gain the knowledge that you need to basically wake up, literally, to really make it, then, it's a wrap. And, death is certain. You don't know when you're going to die. You could die today, you could die tomorrow. You don't know when it's going to happen. Everybody wants to be, eventually I'll get to this point. I don't have time to do this stuff right now. And as I said, it's what you're balancing on that scale. Work, play. What are you balancing? Are you balancing your education, your knowledge, what you're trying to do, what you really want, from this existence? Or you trying to fit in with the world and try to follow the programming of the world, of the planet, what you have to do. You have to make time to really wake up, to really get the knowledge that you want. And it doesn't really matter where you get it from. It's just as long as you get it, as long as you are putting together the pieces to really understand where you need to be at this point in time. Because this is what they're doing, and everybody has had that feeling of being, in shock when you have found out information about something that you thought was completely something else. You was wrong the whole time. When you found the truth, it's like, whoa, how could I be so blind? Because you didn't go out and try to figure out. You just believe. It's the same thing that's happening with the religious community. We all have to basically take that time to understand what's really going on and to really get this knowledge and use it to our benefit and stop allowing ourselves to be programmed by everything that we are seeing. And it's a constant ongoing thing now. More than ever, they are bombarding us with so much stuff. And if you are a person that's into social media and you're actively engaged in this stuff, you can't help but, see it. It's everywhere. Whenever something happens, you're going to find out via social media. You're going to find out somehow, some way. And, eventually start to realize, like, damn, how much meaningless information have I taken in that has influenced me one way or another about a certain situation? Instead of you taking in something that, you decided to take in. So, they are programming us and we are programming each other. They program us with something. We share it on social media and program other people, and we pass it on and so on and so forth. And this is a continuation, even more so than ever before, of the programming from them because of social media and everything that we are taking in and spreading. And so emotions are changing. People's mind are changing. A lot of people in the process are waking up. Don't get me wrong, more than ever. Because the information is just out there. A lot of people got a lot more questions, and the Catholic Church has been a lot really honest about a lot of things lately, which is crazy. So you really having a lot of people wake up to see what's really going on and to ask a lot more questions, and a lot of people want knowledge. A lot of people want to know the truth, what's going on. A lot of people feel like we're headed towards something is about to happen, and they want to be ahead of it. They want to know. So I can't blame people for seeking that information, but at the end of the day, it's like, what are you going to do with it? If you're not going to really put it into effect, what's the point? Having this knowledge just to be able to, one up somebody or to curse somebody out or to seem like you're smarter than somebody, what's the point? A lot of people want to debate. They want to be right. A lot of people get a kick out of arguing when they think they know something, and they be completely wrong most of the time. What's the point of all that? What's the point? It's like with the Christians, what's the point of saying you worship God and you love God and you don't follow nothing in the book? What's the point of having this information and saying that you're conscious if you're not really conscious? A lot of people ask me the questions about how to really talk to their loved one who is into religion, and I always tell them, if you don't have the knowledge to answer their questions, they're not going to believe you. They're going to think you brainwashed. They're going to think you watch too many YouTube videos or following somebody you shouldn't be following, or you heard something, or you just seen something on the internet that has you in the state that you're in. So if you're not able to really say anything that's going to challenge their psyche, challenge their thinking, and answer their questions, that's the main thing. And it's going to be some outrageous questions. So if you don't have the knowledge to do that, it's not really even worth getting into that debate or conversation with them, because they're just going to think you're just as crazy as they are. So I always tell people to make sure you know what you're talking about and to get the information and understand the way these people are thinking when it comes to them believing in these religions. And I try not to knock people. I've been through this, so much now, have so many debates and talked to so many people about, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hebrews, anything, you can think of, I've talked about with many people. And the questions are always the same. It's always the same questions. And when you can answer those questions, you have a better chance of really getting through to people. So definitely take the time to read this, really get into a lot of these biblical religions, get into Judaism, understand Islam, understand what this stuff is really talking about, and why, as I said, you have all 3 books in the Masonic lodges, because they have something in there that, is for them and not for you. So my point in these last 2 videos was just to really, for the people who was really thinking that, reincarnation is final, that it was just something that we just had to accept. If I gave that impression, I definitely didn't want to do that. Fear reincarnation. Definitely understand it's not something that you want. Some people like the idea of coming back here, which I don't understand why. Some people, for the fact that they like life and they like the good things that are here. But that's not to say that, this world and the system that we know is going to be the same as it is now, forever. It's definitely not. If you look at the direction that, the powers that be are gone, they're pushing for something that's completely inorganic, something that's so much more, machine than anything else. And it's one of the things that a lot of people didn't point out or really understand in the Star Wars series. If you look at the Star Wars series, remember, it's about the Force, balancing the Force. The whole thing is about the prophecy of, Anakin Skywalker, who's basically going to come along and basically balance the Force. The Force is going to go out of whack. Dark side is going to take over and balances everything. If you look at a lot of the scenery from Star Wars, you have a balance. It's a mixture of nature and technology. Even go to the different planets, it's a balance. You see them in the desert, it's a balance of technology and nature. Tatooine, Naboo, same thing. Beautiful scenery, balance. When you got to basically where the Senate was at, it was the city, it's a metropolis. city. It's where the politicians and bureaucrats is at. It's a city. Metropolis was no real nature there, just a crazy city full of, you know, one ruler, one so-called galactic empire, and even their armies was machines, and you had the droid army, what have you, and it was really trying to make that comparison to the rest of the people, you know, having this balance and how things should be, and us having to deal with this control system, deal with this you know, this organization, this structure, the powers that be in this, you know, technology, this machine driven future that they want. So we got to really understand what you could possibly be coming into, and what the future could possibly be holding for us. And it's not something that I think that, you know, we're going to like. So I basically wanted to pick up where I left off with the last video to really touch on some more about reincarnation. A lot of questions about it. I know you guys have a lot of questions, a lot more questions, and I try to respond to as many messages as I can. But definitely, if you get the chance, definitely check out the Consciousness series. It's going to answer a lot of your questions. I mean, it's just going to really save you some time and really put you on in the right directions. I have books up there that you should read and things you should check out. So definitely, if you can, you know, watch those videos. If you have them already, check them out. A lot of people have videos, have bought all the videos, and they still have questions, and, you know, all the answers are right there. So yeah, again, you know, if you have storage issues, take advantage of, you can basically order custom flash drives and have them sent out to you on flash drive. So take advantage of that, and send an email to therealmerkabah@gmail.com. And thanks to everybody who has been supporting the site, the whole clothing line, KimandConsciousClothing.com. A lot of people have been ordering shirts and everything from there. I basically cut a lot of the prices down because I wasn't aware they were so high. Thanks to everybody that's been following me on Instagram, social media, what have you. And I appreciate the support. But I'll see you guys next video. Definitely look out for Numbers in Deuteronomy coming out next. And I'll see you guys next video.